Welcome back. Welcome back. You are listening to Whissel Wednesdays here on AM 1170, The Answer. My name is Kyle Whissel, your host with Whissel Realty, joined by the boys of Whissel Realty, Mr. Joe Corbisiero, Mr. Darrick Hurd. It's good to have you guys in studio. If you're listening to the show, you ever want to get in touch with us, you can always text or call us 619-663-SELL, 619-663-7355. Or if you want to listen to any past episodes of the show, you can visit our website at whisselwednesdays.com, WHISSEL Wednesdays.com. So before the break, guys, kind of teased that there's an article that was just put out in the Union Tribune. And Zillow has stated that San Diego has had the largest inventory drop in the entire nation on a year-over-year basis. So this January, we had 30.2% less homes for sale than we had that same time a year ago. So why do you guys see that happening? Why do you think that is?
Well, first of all, I recommend you to lower your volume because you're talking about with the boys. Anyways, the market is on fire, Kyle. I mean, we're the front guys at the office, and we're always showing progress, helping buyers and sellers. It's quite interesting. I did not expect to be this busy this time of the year. Last year, we were floating around. We had, good numbers at the office overall, but this year is insane. I think one of the main reasons why there's such a drop in inventory is because sales went up a lot, considerably. I think between December and January, with the fact that the Feds decided to raise the mortgage rates, created a frenzy, and this frenzy is showing right now. All the buyers that were out there on the fence of thinking about buying a property, now they're in the ground and actually looking at properties, writing offers. So it's such an interesting scenario. I'm curious to see what's going to happen in April, May, June, when it's actually the hot season.
Because January and February traditionally are two of the slowest months of the year, and that's not the case this year.
I mean, last month, I think in the San Diego County, it was almost 2,200 sales.
Okay.
That's February. I still can wrap my head around. I mean, it's February.
Right.
We used to be over 1,200, 1,400. I mean, that's huge.
Right.
We have a huge increase. So, with that said, I don't mean to scare people away or buyers away. We have our ways to find the right property. So, Darrick has been working with me hand to hand for the last few months, and it's been really interesting because it's nice to show somebody else the ropes. And tell me about it, Darrick. What do you think would do different than other agents? Obviously, before you joined our group, you've been looking around to work with different brokerages. So, what do you think would do different?
Oh gosh, what don't you do differently? A lot of brokerages, you can just kind of walk in, hang your license, and they say, "Here's your cell phone, go."
That's right.
That's not the case here. I'm pushed every day to excel, to do better, to really put myself out there to succeed in today's market. It's been an interesting year. Like I said, it's an extremely hot market. There's lots of buyers out there, and there's a lot of competition. I got my feet wet with writing a lot of contracts, getting beat out. It happens. People don't have the luxury of looking at 10 properties and then going home thinking about it for 24 hours, 48 hours. They need to put in the offer now. So it's, putting people in reality land quickly and helping them understand what the market's doing today and getting them set up for success to succeed and get the best opportunities on the market today.
Right. That's totally, the goal that we all have in common here. Well, it's interesting that we do a Whissel Realty, and Darrick has been following me for the past few months again. So what we do, we set a real buyer consultation. It's usually about an hour and a half. What we do during this buyer consultation, we really want to know all about our clients, our customers, our clients. We love to know. It's not just about, I want to buy a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's about what kind of lifestyle did they have? They have kids. Who's, the school, what they like to do. They go to hikes and whatnot. So the reason behind it is that we're actually not just selling four walls at home. We're selling a lifestyle, the overall. It's the biggest investment you can make in your life, and we want to make sure that you're making the right decision, that we're getting you the right deal. So we take this very seriously, and again, we spend time at least an hour and a half. Lately, we've been doing something a little different. I've been actually recording videos of my clients while we do the, I love videos.
If you've never seen, just Google Joe Corbisiero, Corbisiero. Just find him on YouTube. He's a dancing machine and quite the personality, if you can't tell from his voice here on the radio. If you want to have a face to put with the name, Joe Corbisiero, find him on YouTube.
The guy. So we like to take videos of our clients. The reason is we want to put, a face behind their names at that point when we write an offer. So every time we write an offer, we actually sending a video as well to the listing agent. We're trying to put that emotional connection between the seller and the buyer.
Okay.
That works great. I'll tell you that. I've been in the business for a while, so I started to, when you do a lot of sales every year, the listing agents are pretty much all the same. We're the 3%ers or the 1%ers, let's say, in the San Diego County, which helps a lot to our buyers. We have a really great communication with our fellow colleagues out there and relationships. So the video makes a big difference in the way we write the offers. I mean, we can't stress enough, it's not about the price. The price is a number. It's about the emotional connection. It's about, the contingency period, how you write the offer, and everything else.
Right.
So we've been studying, and I wanted to thank you about that because we always brainstorm about how to write the offer, what to do better, how to separate ourselves from the competition, and We've been doing it.
Yeah, when we used to do a lot of REO, so foreclosed homes referred to as REO, there was a term that was tossed around a lot back then called highest and best when it came to offers. And I think too many people get fixated that the highest offer is automatically the best offer, and that's not always the case. Right. You really need to go above and beyond and get past the surface of just writing a high-priced offer. You really need to get in and find out, why is the seller selling, where are they going to go, and what's important to them in the offer. And you actually need to take the time to research that as an agent, because you might have a seller, we're listing one today where the seller doesn't plan to move until July. And somebody wouldn't know that if they didn't actually call me and talk to me about that. And they might write an offer and be like, we got a super quick close, 21-day close, great offer. When in reality, that's not at all what the seller wants. But if they would have called me to find out they're relocating across the country, their move isn't scheduled till July, they could have actually written an offer that would have been significantly more attractive to the seller with the right terms, and even though it might not be the highest price. So that's where that highest and best are two, not necessarily, they're not one and the same, they're two different things, and both get factored into the decision that a seller makes.
Absolutely. It's again, even the fact about the rent back. Sometimes there's sellers that they have, a family situation, or they couldn't find a rental or whatnot. They would like to do a rent back for a couple of weeks. So if you know ahead of time, you can put in the offer and you can outbid the others. So it's important. It's crucial, I believe, to have this communication and ask questions. In this business, it's all about asking questions.
Absolutely. I love it. Again, you're listening to Whissel Wednesdays here on AM 1170, The Answer. If you ever want to connect with myself or any of the guests on the show, shoot us a text, give us a call, 619-663-SELL, 619-663-7355. So, Darrick, what are some other things when somebody's looking to buy a home? We talked about, again, inventory's down significantly in San Diego. What are some other things that are important? If somebody's listening to the show right now, they're thinking about buying, whether it's their first home, they're moving up to a bigger home, downsizing to a smaller home, what are some other steps they should take?
Well, one of the first things I like to ask people is about their commute, because everybody knows about commutes here in San Diego. It's a big consideration. Gas is not cheap. So that's a thing I like people to think about. And then I try to get them to really focus in on what's important to them and whether they're willing to make sacrifices to move a little bit. That's why I come back to the commute, to get a better house, move, relocate, and find out exactly what they're looking for.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, there was a big boom last time the market got tight like this. A lot of people were moving up to Temecula and Murrieta.
Yeah, absolutely.
They were moving up there because they could get a better deal.
Right.
but neglecting the fact that drive is hell. I mean, with no, like, people that work downtown, they got an hour drive with no traffic. The problem is everybody was like, oh, it's only an hour, it's not so bad. It's an hour with no traffic. Now you got, 10,000 people making that commute every day at the same time. That hour is an hour and a half, 2 hours now. So definitely think about that. Those are some great tips, guys. I appreciate you sharing it. Again, if you want to connect with the guys on the show, 619-663-7355, 619-663-7355. Let's head to a break. When we get back, we talked about some buyer stuff and what people need to know, but let's talk about some seller stuff and some of the reasons why you might not want to sell your home yourself and do a for sale by owner. Some of the reasons you don't want to do that. Again, you're listening to Whissel Wednesdays here on AM 1170, The Answer.